Previously on
MSersTalk.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm more than ready for this one.
MS can affect our sexual life.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Did I go too far?
No. You hit the button right there, sweetie. But yes, unfortunately it does.
I think it's important that we talk about it because a lot of people just don't talk about it. They don't really say it like it is.
Yeah, like they don't get down to the nitty gritty.
I'm glad that you're open to talk about it. I mean, I don't know if you're interested in learning what happened to me, but
no, but that's what I'm saying. I want to hear your side now, your point of view.
When it comes to being intimate,
you're at another level. I mean,
yes, it's like a little perk. that I get.
Yeah. Yes, man. This is a plus.
I'm even choking.
Just thinking about that got me choked.
You don't get to hear, people's stories.
Because we already talked about the whole situation with us, guys and girls situation. Now, something I was going to ask you about that we haven't talked about is the whole bowel and bladder movement.
Ooh.
Which is something that,
sir.
My God, it's a very big, huge topic for me because I'm to the point that this MS brought it to when I have to use the restroom, I got to go, which regardless of it, I can control more of my bowel. What's crazy about that is that sometimes I can go days without having a bowel movement.
Oh, wow.
And I won't have, I won't have any pain. I won't have any, sometimes you go a day or so, you're like, oh my God, I gotta release my stress, and all this stuff. But I can be a couple of days without having no bowel movement, no pain, no nothing. It's just I won't get the urge to.
Okay.
And then for the urination, when it comes to that, I can't even say urination because I'll probably urinate myself right now. That's how bad
Please
it is.
don't. Please don't.
No, I would try to keep it clean.
Okay.
Try to keep it clean. Yeah. No, but that's just crazy. And I ride on a scooter. Like I take a scooter. I use the electric scooter to go to my therapies, and I use it throughout my house all day. And I carry that like if it's my wallet.
Okay.
I carry a urinal in back of the thing because why? Because you never know when you got gente avisada no muere en guerra, which means people that are advised or warned don't die in war. But yeah, so that's one thing. I'm always ready. Why? Because I know the way it is. Whenever I'm in my therapies, and to be honest, mi gente, what's good about this, and please try to follow this. And like I say, I'm talking to Nada and everything else. Don't be ashamed of it.
Right.
Don't be ashamed because that was at the beginning of it that I had that problem. I was like, oh my God. Or when sometimes I came across having accidents on me where, I had no other way to go. And, I had no urinal. I couldn't get to, I couldn't walk to a bathroom. And unfortunately, things happen. But when that happens, of course, don't get me wrong, you get frustrated.
Yeah.
At the beginning, you get frustrated. Why? Because me personally, the smell, everything is just like, come on. But then right away, I think, you know what? It's not me. Because ain't nobody in life want to sit there and just be like, just use the bathroom, mommy. When we get to that age that we use the pen, we're all in it. But for right now, no. You know what I mean? And it happens, but that's not us. That's our condition. And then once again, for me, that's my situation. So it was like, I literally, wherever I go, I got to make sure I carry my bag with my urinal and I have it like placed on the side of me, or I became more scooter wheelchair bound after I suffered my third-degree burns on my leg. Yeah, that's a whole other topic from my mess. But that's when I became wheelchair bound. Before I was walking on crutches. Okay. So even with crutches, we'll go through the incident because obviously we're on crutches, we're not that fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it gave me at least I was able to go to a restaurant.
Okay. Because
now we're doing.
It takes me time. You see, I'm able to use the toilet, but it takes me a long time sometimes to get to the bathroom because of my mobility issues.
Yeah.
So, and I have that urge. I really need to go. And I've had accidents, thankfully, just in my house and only with urination. Yeah. But who knows for how long? But sometimes in the middle of the night, I have to get up many times. And that's one of the reasons why I can't sleep well, because I have to use the bathroom. Now I have to go more often. I sometimes have not made it. One day I remember I was coming back home, and from the garage to my bathroom is quite a walk. And I pee on my pants right on my garage door. I couldn't hold it.
What's crazy about this, and this is a little trick that I'll say here, which I'm not supposed to, but I do, was because I'm on an AIP diet to better myself. Is the Autoimmune Protocol diet. Okay. Well, obviously, with that diet, I gotta eliminate everything. I gotta eliminate all the sugars. I gotta eliminate all the artificial flavors, all the carbs, all the nightshade vegetables, there you go. I'm telling you, it's a complete whole diet. It's a clean diet, and that's the whole purpose of to detox your whole body.
Okay.
And make sure that, you're trying to get out. And I'm trying to do these. Why? Because Dr. Terry Walls, this is her diet. Dr. Terry Walls' diet, and this lady, she's doctor, she was on an incline wheelchair for months, for years. Right. And because of that diet, she's on no medication now, and now she does bike-a-thon. Once again, I always go like, if she did it, who's to say that I can't? Who's to say that you can't? Only thing that helps me do my bowel movement is my coffee and my 2 chocolate chips every morning.
Okay.
I'm religiously, like every Sunday, every day I have my coffee and my 2 chocolate chips, and that's the trigger right there. And it's good because it's like, man, finally, like you said, you feel normal, Yeah. You want to feel normal.
You say that you sometimes you go days and you don't have a bowel movement. Do you think it's because of your diet, or do you think it's a messing with you?
I think it's MS messing. It got nothing to do with my diet, because I eat well. I eat a lot of proteins. I eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of greens, and a lot of stuff that makes you use restroom. Then besides that, before the whole MS, I was on a regular basis, okay. 1 or 2 times a day, like a normal person.
Right.
Now I do it 1 time and that's it.
Okay.
That's a big difference that I found out with the bowel and bladder movement.
Since we are in the subject, and we are here to say it like it is, what has been your most embarrassing accident when it comes to
accident?
Okay, no need to get graphic.
I will bring out the mat. The most embarrassing moment, shall we say, I think we went to a family gathering, and we went in there, and I was suited up, not suited up, but I was dressed to impress from head to toe, like I always do, and try to do. And I was dressed up, I was ready, it was a big family event, and when I got there and got out the car, it was too late. I was looking for my urinal, I couldn't find it. And that's when everything happened. That's when everything collapsed. And I'm trying to find it. Yeah, everything collapses. I don't know what's going on. I don't even remember my name. All these things happening, and then it just happened. So when that situation came upon, there was no other choice. But I didn't have no pair of clothes. I don't walk around with a pair of pants and joggers with me everywhere I go now. So that happened.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you, do you, based on that experience, you prepare yourself now when you go out with a change of clothes, wipes, all kinds of things?
Now you know it. You know I do. No, because, those are things that we got to adapt to. Those are things that we got to adapt to. So now, whenever I do go out, I just prepare myself as in I use the restroom before I leave or try to use it. Regardless, wherever I go, I know where my urinal is at.
Right.
So that's one thing I do. I always said before I didn't know nothing about it. My urinal was in the car, or I didn't have any because remember before I was on crutches.
Right.
So I was like, I had to walk around with that. But now that I know my situation, I know how easily that can be triggered. and how right then, like we say, it's right now, right now. There's no, you know what, I hold off and just hold it. No, that
So
don't happen.
that's a very good tip. Bring a change of clothes with you, a urinal, a portable
in a bag,
urinal, and be ready for war.
In a little bag, whatever clothes you have, summertime, you have shorts, wintertime, joggers, flow pants, something that you can easily change into. Obviously, don't have a tuck in a bag because it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna be able to get out of it and jump into a tuxedo.
Exactly.
I'm saying that. Just take things, whatever you can. Yeah, you know, but don't even start me with the buttons, sweetie, because that's a no-go for me. That's why sometimes, man, I don't even use jeans at times.
Yeah.
Most of the times when I use, like, majority of times, one, because I know my issue, and I know where I put my jeans, I got my belt on, and that's a lot of untangling to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I ain't trying to get to that point. So me, I know my situation. I wear like they say, I wear fat boy pants all day, which is my joggers everywhere I go. Whatever best fits you and it's easy for you to live your life easier, by all means, man. We ain't living, you ain't trying to live for nobody else.
At the end of the day, this is what it is about. It's about making adjustments, modifications to be able to do everything that you do. Because if you have an issue with bowel movement or you pee on your pants, whatever it is, you're not gonna then stay home because you can't, you can't go out because you have that issue. You have to adjust and find a way around it. MS is this, it's a whole mess. And the way that you are dealing with that, which can be embarrassing, or it can be a very sensitive matter, at least you're independent, you know what to do. You have your urinal, you keep your clothes, and that's the way to deal with these things.
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, man, it's always about a balance to life, like you said. We gotta adapt to this life. It's a brand new life. We didn't ask for it, The Lord above knew who He gave it to, so we got it. Let's run with it. Let's do what we got to do, and just always have that positive mindset. Be like, you know what? At the end of the day, it ain't you. It's MS. Exactly. So guess what? I can't get mad at I'm not gonna hate myself. I'm not gonna get mad at my family or mad at my neighbor because I got MS. No, the answer is crazy. We got MS, so we deal with our situation. Whether you got your wife, your significant other, your partner, husband, what family member. Remember, like I always said from the beginning, which is something that I got to learn. We gotta help them help us out. And if it's hard for us to understand what we're going through, can you imagine how hard it is for them that doesn't even know or doesn't even feel what we're going through?
Yeah. We don't understand what's going on.
Exactly.
100%.
We don't understand ourselves.
Imagine them.
Imagine somebody else that doesn't feel what we're feeling right then, and they're lost. They're like, we're trying to help you out, but you're getting mad.
Yeah.
You get mad because we want to have that control, that independency. Yeah. Say, no, don't do it. I got this. But guess what? I don't got it.
We also have to learn to be patient with them and allow them to have time to process, because it's not just an adjustment or a new life for us that live with MS, but for the people around you, and it's a process. It's not from one day to the next that you are a pro at it. You learn as you go, and MS changes over time. So you reach a milestone, or you think that you master something, and then a new thing comes up, and it's a new journey. Then you have to learn how to deal with it, adjust, and people around you also, and they deserve. They do a lot for us, so they deserve that time.
Yeah, you said a keyword that I always use from the beginning, and it's something that I was able to use that I actually got used to having. And thanks to the Lord above that I got is patience, man.
Yes.
Patience means perseverance. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way, coming from my story of everything that I've gone through, despite having MS and everything else. And it's just like, patience is a key factor to what else MS.
I agree with that.
It's key 100%. Because whatever you do, you just gotta have patience, because let's say even if you drop a piece of paper on the floor, you drop something, you're trying to pick it up and you can't right away, you lose your patience, you get mad, you get agitated, right there. Who knows how many flare-ups come up in that instant because you're so mad. And it's just, patience is what we gotta have. Right. With patience brings perseverance, and It'll calm us down to do the right things. And little by little, like I said, slowly but surely, we'll get adapted to this lifestyle that we live. I mean, I had to.
It's been a life lesson for me. Now that I have MS, I had no choice but to slow down, take it easy.
Exactly. So it becomes them. They get frustrated with us. And then at the end of the day, guess what, me? And we still need help. We're the ones that need the help. And like I said, this lifestyle, it ain't easy. By all means, anybody that knows has been through it. And what's crazy about it is that there's over 8 million cases of MS, and not one of them is alive. Everybody lives your lifestyle the way you can. You gotta know, everybody know that you know, we're gonna go through stuff. We're gonna go through, once again, like I said earlier, trials and tribulations of life. This is part of it, but guess what? I love life.
Like one saying that you always say is what is it? A defeated mind.
Oh, but I always say
a defeated mind cannot declare victory. Did I get it right?
Yeah, I can never. Yeah, ooh, you know it, baby. Yeah.
I follow you, baby. I follow you.
Look at you. I see you. No, but that's the way it is. A defeated mindset can never declare victory. And that's what I always go through. Why? Because, and what I refer to that as at the moment you start thinking negative, you're already producing negative.
And that's why you mentioned that. I think it's important to say also that it doesn't mean that you are going to be 100% positive 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. It's impossible. We're human beings. We're going to have our ups and downs. But that doesn't mean that we are weak. That means that we're human and we're dealing with it. But the strength shows when you get back up on your feet and you keep dealing with it.
You know what's a good tip that I can tell everybody else that what I can do that helps me out is that whenever I get, let's say, I'm a very, very positive mind. But like you said, we're not 24/7 positive.
Right.
We have our moments. But what I try to do is that those moments that I have, moments that I want to just get mad at the world or just because of my situation, I break down, I get emotional. I'll be honest with you. I'll break down, I get emotional. But I have those moments by myself. Those are the good moments you can have by yourself because you don't want to show other people that the MS is taking over you.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to have a moment to go by yourself and go in your room and you want to cry, whatever distract your mind, and you want to do it, have it on your own. Because I make sure that whenever I go to therapy, whenever I'm in public, whenever I'm around people, I got that smile on my face that'll never go away, and I'm all positive all the time. Never anybody will catch me dwelling on something negative out on the street. Right. You're gonna have to go through a negative mindset one day, or whatever. Or just have that moment by yourself and just, yell it out, cry it out, do whatever it is. That's something that I've learned a lot too, because sometimes with us, we get emotional, but sometimes us men, I would say, once again, I refer to us guys, we don't want to show our emotions. So we tough and duff and, we ready. And I don't got nothing.
Yeah, it's different when you're a guy.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah, that's us guys. Nah, but I'm 100 with you, man. We feel that, but at the same time, that's why I have those moments of tough. Because if you don't want to cry in front of nobody because you feel you're a tough guy, that's cool. Be a tough guy. Go cry by yourself.
That's why it's also important to have a support network, because in those settings, you can actually, like support groups, or I don't know, maybe even online, there's a great MS community out there. It's important to have that because you need to vent it out. It's not good to keep it to yourself either, because that brings other problems.
We bottle up those emotions and the things, and that's what leads to depression. That's what leads to anxiety. That's what leads to all the negative stuff.
It's hard because you have to deal with it. It's there. It's every day. It's there, and it bothers you. It lets you know, hey, I'm here to teach you. Here I am.
Yeah, you try. I know. You try to forget it for one day, but unfortunately, you're never gonna forget it.
Right.
It's always gonna be there. Because, like I said, I struggle from the moment I'm getting up from the bed. I already know I got MS because it's hard.
Everybody has their timeline. Everybody grieves in a different way. Even though we have this disease, it's not the end of the world. It's not, a death sentence. We can live a productive life with adjustments, but we can still.
And perfect. Now that you said that, that was actually one of the first things that I told my neurologist when I first got diagnosed back in 2014, October.
Yeah.
I got, when they told me that I had MS, once again, I didn't know what it was. I was like, what? I was like, how do you write that? I didn't even know how to write multiple sclerosis. I was like, I told her, I was like, what is that? The only thing I knew was, unfortunately, through families, like cancer or something that, that's known around there. So when they told me multiple sclerosis,
things.
yeah, the common one.
Yeah.
And when they told me I got multiple sclerosis, I said, what? I got what? And when he explained to it, I told him exactly that. I was like, can I die for you? That was exactly my words on my mind. Like, can I die for you? He said, no. He said, you just, life is complicated. There's altercations or whatever. But that's all he told me, goes, life is complicated. But I was like, but I won't die. He's like, but no, you could live a life. I like, forget about it. Life is complicated already, man. So let's go.
I think that not everybody is prepared to deal with it. We can find ways, moving past the diagnosis and try to live our best life. My favorite saying is, life is today. That's been my mojo, basically. And I don't worry about who I was before. I used to, but I've grieved already the old me, and I'm on a different stage now. I don't worry about who I was. I don't worry about the things I was able to do before. And I don't worry too much about what's going to be of me tomorrow. Am I going to be
tomorrow? Yeah.
Because it's uncertain. Even if you don't live with MS, you can predict what's going to happen. So why worry about it? And if I'm having a bad day, I'll leave it for tomorrow. That's it.
I always said that from the beginning. Like, say we're doing something, we can't do it. We're building something, or we're trying to do something, we can't do it that day. Put it down. Put it down and get back in it tomorrow. That's something that I learned from my dad too. That he was like, that's exactly how we gotta do. When you can't do something like that, why get frustrated? It's not happening right now. You lay it down, and then maybe you go relax, and you come back at it, and you do it all over again.
Right.
Live it the most you can, the best you can. And never blame on the Lord. That, why I never asked me the question of why me, or why do I got this. Matter of fact, I kind of flipped it up, and like I always said, I took it as a blessing from the Lord above. That's how my mindset works with him. So through this blessing, this multiple sclerosis, I get to open up a lot of people's eyes out there and let them know that God does work and he does create miracles. And if you believe in him and have faith in him, means that we take care of ourselves 100%.
Not only when you live with multiple sclerosis, every day of your life, it should be like that. But when you have a chronic disease and they tell you, well, this is forever, it's not curable. I mean, there's no cure yet. You just have to get on treatment, whatever, and your life goes sideways. What can we do? I mean, nothing but deal with it and try to live your best life and try your best every day.
100%. Yes, ma'am. I'm with you on that page, baby.
Thank you so much. It has been great talking with you, Armando.
Oh, no, thank you. Once again, I'm so honored that you brought me on this channel. And like I said, hopefully we keep this rolling and going. And,
yes, sir.
Just, everything is to bring awareness, man. And bring awareness to what we got. Because, we may not know each other, but we're all one big family. We're all fall under the same category.
Mm-hmm.
So, we just got to do what we got to do. Or we, live life with a smile on your face. And don't worry about the rest.
That's it. Keep moving.
Keep moving, You know it.
All right, Armando, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And I hope that we can do this all over again.
No, let's do it whenever you want. Thank you once again. And mi gente, los quiero, los amo. And it's your boy into the team, man. We going.
Bye now.